From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Jets. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now the first carry from Marlon Mack. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a carry for Mack. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Indianapolis.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Mack. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, 5
Stop.
yards on that run.
Go lay down.
Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one a gain of 20
Hello.
first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Allen. He completes this one to Mack. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on an opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Open man here is Gentry. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 7 yards, the pickup there. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing the 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it.
Get out there.
And he'll get into the end zone.
Hey, honey.
Touchdown.
How are you?
Chase
Oh, I'm pretty good. The guy's late today. He's California
And the
shithead.
Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. And this is going to make it 7-0 Indy.
Yeah, Jordan just told me that.
Jets, nothing.
Did Evan say something?
Evan said that.
Oh, yeah, I just told Elliot. Elliot said he didn't know anything about it. Yeah, I said, next time that happens, I go, 1, you get Elliot, and 2, you call me.
Brett Maher is set to kick
Where's
off.
Elliot when you do?
Well, he's the bigger kid, obviously. I don't want anybody going and looking at. No, but he can go look out the door and at least look like a bigger, older kid, not look like a 10-year-old looking out the door. I don't know. Jordan said she's beat on her window.
Jordan said what?
She beat on her window.
She beat on her window?
Yeah, for them to leave. She was trying to scare him away or something.
They just let them know someone was home.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know who it was or anything. I'll be home tomorrow, so.
Now the first carry here for Robinson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him from
We can?
loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, my HBO thing wasn't working. I called him today, too.
Off the play fake. Andrews. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who
I just pulled him out. I was letting him cool down.
Try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
No, I was letting the pizzas cool down before I hollered at the kids.
Some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Yeah, everyone was like, I walked downstairs. Elliot was up here watching videos or something, and I was cooking the pizzas, and then I went downstairs and was doing the laundry, and
out of bounds. This will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45.
Their own 45-yard line.
I asked Evan, I said, what are you playing? Elliot had gone downstairs and said, what are you guys playing? And
looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up.
Anyway, they weren't.
Taking the crowd out of
Anyway,
the
everyone
game.
was like, you can play with us. And I go, well, who's playing? And he's like, I said, are you playing with Jordan? And he goes, yeah, and Elliot. And I said, well, isn't she playing with Tatum? Yeah. Well, that's going to be a little bit hard for me to play then. Because you can only play with 3. Or 4, I mean. He's like, oh, yeah.
Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd down, it's Matt.
Yikes.
And they'll get him down.
That was work for you.
16. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a
Do you have students yet?
2.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made.
Are you getting any
stop, isn't it?
students, or?
But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
A quick toss outright. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Complete to
Miles Boykin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive.
Yeah.
The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
Yep, I watched it. I put it on gentle. And I dried it, and it seemed fine. Wasn't even a whole lot of fuzz in the vent. I was really surprised. I thought for sure it was like a $8.99 Walmart blanket. It would be toast. What's that?
taken about 7 yards deep. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. He's got this almost
I did him
before going out. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better
here,
1st and 10. Back to throw. Andrews. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Brings up 2nd down.
And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Andrews. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On the ground, it's Mack. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that plan any down.
Indianapolis.
Takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
He was brought down.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Let's go, D.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Mack. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Now a play fake here on first down. And right side, Henry's got it.
Allen's pass.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Second and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Maher able to put this one through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away.
What's up? There's pizza there for you. Just come over here too.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
How are you? How was school today?
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run here with Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 3rd down, it's Robinson. He finds, but I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, this hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it, but if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire, and they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Looking to throw. Andrews looking here for Smith downfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Vincent Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Now Andrews. Off play action. He's going up top for Taylor. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Andrews. And that is incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Completion here to Claypool. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete here. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Allen again, and going deep downfield for Boykin. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Their own 21-yard line.
Coming back. I would just where we from Central and
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
I saw him going up over there. We did.
Throwing again, Andrews. He'll air this one out for Mims, and that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. He was trying to get it to Denzel Mims that time, and it's 3rd down.
On the coverage.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Andrews. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Braden Mann now as he's on to punt for New York. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And the half will begin with a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Andrews off the play fake. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them.
This is caught inside the 15. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Allen. He finds his tight end, Gentry. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. Flush to his right. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now Mack. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now on 2nd and 13. Allen able to hit his target, Claypool. Allen, the reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And you call it last. Yes, you did. Wait, what? You are doing it. Perfect.
Now Allen, the quick hitter complete. It's Mack. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option.
That one's yours.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it. It's Mack. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5.
No, I did not feed him.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That'll make things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. Looking to run with Mack. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Colts add on to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone
No, I don't know what that siren means.
Because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
I got one of them. I'll get them all. I'll see them in a minute. Okay. Yeah, I'll get them in a minute.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jack?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into the second half blowout material. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter play. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They got to get to the 23 here on third. They'll run it. It's Mack. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
9 yards. And the Colts first down.
Allen going to keep it.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
They'll run here with Mack.
And the Colts are going to be set up with a first and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Dancing to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
And here's Andrews. Off play action. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 27 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Andrews. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
First and 10 at the 30.
From the gun, Andrews. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he'll bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
On for the extra point.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Brett Maher is set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. The utter domination here just continues. This
Might have to go back to the unit overview, Elliot. Unless you know how to do this. Well, just start in the middle. To win?
Nope. Oh, I can't find my book.
Okay. You think it's at your dad's or what?
My parents over there today. After school. So I'll try.
defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a run to back. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Yeah.
Can you come and get one?
They'll go again here with Mack. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. To throw is Andrews. Back to the air on second down. He'll air this one out for Mims. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
At the 36-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. He's got it at the 15. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback, and when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts, and in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run the counter. Church. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
And it's third down.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That gain on third down, good for 28. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this one back. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. And they will take a knee here. So this offense, which was humming all game, ends on a negative play. We didn't see many of those as he takes the knee, but what an explosion and a good win.
Can we call it a negative positive play?
There you go.
An oxymoron to end the ball game.
And they can watch the clock go down and celebrate the victory. As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Indianapolis, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Maybe if it looks like that, just click decrease. We'll just say I'm done. We'll go to the next one. just a little bit more in that, but maybe 62. You probably want to see it until you complete the entire thing. Why? I don't know, I'm just saying what it seems like it does. I don't know. Click on step by step. Like 2x1 minus 1 and 4. Yeah, it must be because there's a minus 8. Right? Okay. Or you could just see that you have 4 x's. It's up. What?
Oh, it's for this. Completely different than what the step-by-step problem had. No boxes.
Intersect on the graph and enter the limit. And I guess that's what they were talking about on that last one, where those numbers came from. X-intercept 5x minus 8, 0, negative, or positive. Meaning 5x minus 8 equals 0. So x would be 8 over 5, right? It would be positive. So they just supposed to set it for 0. And next, they sent to the right, and go to between the other one. Alright, good. I think they all would be positive. What?
I want to know what to do that.
No idea.
I want to leave.
Y is 0 and x. So if y is 0, what is x? babe? What is the x-coordinate of the x-intercept? Okay, so that's what I said. It'll be 1/3, right?
How many was this one?
I don't know, just hit next, babe. I don't know why you don't go see all of the next. Right.
Because if I just keep doing it, it's just not going to put me through the lesson. It's just going to keep me on these problems forever.
And then y should be 0. Okay. But do you understand how to get there? Each one in parentheses set to 0.
Which one? What one is that? One.
I don't know. Whatever the next value is, if you figure them all out, then it's as it gets bigger, right? I mean, this one's going to be 8, so that's probably the furthest one. It's not that one. The other one's going to be what? 8/5. It's 1 3/8. That could be maybe the next one. And the next one's going to be what? 3. So it's probably that. It's you, babe. What's up?
What?
Seem angry.
Tired? Tired.
Seems like it would be odd. Oh, I see. And it goes in between each one's.
Did you get enough to eat? You need anything else? Where's your backpack? How do they do?
So,
You want to do it in here? On the table, or do you want to leave it out there where you're distracted?
I'll give you some clues. Okay, gave it to you. Oh, that's how you because. Oh. I didn't know.
I didn't know either.
Oh. Because this one's so this is a negative plate. This is negative 4x minus 4 to be positive 4. Negative to be negative. I don't know why I'm setting this right out.
This one's negative? Yeah, it is. You need
That one is negative. You just did it.
I didn't do this one yet. It's blue. I can click on it.
Oh,
I did the gray one. Why is that negative?
it's not.
It's reversed.
If you didn't put it in, I don't know. Maybe.
What?
Oh.
Are they both negative? There's
2x plus 7 equals 0. If you solve for x, you have to subtract 7, or you're negative 7 on the other side. Over 2. You know why. But that's why. So, that one, which was this one, or maybe it was that one, I don't know. So write them out, you have to solve. Make it way easier. You have minus 4x minus 4 equals 0, right? You distribute that negative. Minus 4x minus 4. Minus 4 plus 4. But once you distribute the negative, it's minus 4x and minus 4 equals 0. You see what I'm saying? So equals 0. And solve for x. What's that one? I don't know which one is used for this. That one. So what's this one? This one. I'm gonna guess. What's the one? Minus. Zero. I don't really know. Like, or times 2x times x. Is that what you're doing? Well, that one you have to multiply and see if there's any negative or positive. So this one I think is going to be negative.
try to.
Oh, because it's not it's an odd number. It's x cubed.
Sketch the X's. This is too negative. The list.
Now, we write those out. I think it grays them out once you put them on. I think that's what it happens. So if you put a dot anywhere on either side, that can be really good. It's just like relative. Here's the test. So, harder than it is. That's 2x equals 0. What does x equal? 0 divided by anything is still 0, right? So put a dot at the 0, and I think it's going to grade this one out. No. Why didn't you just do what I said?
It didn't. I tried clicking there and it didn't do anything, Mama.
Fine. What's this answer? Well, it's going to be negative 9 divided by negative 4, right? So it's going to be a little over 2. It doesn't matter if it's positive, just click over here and it'll figure it out. Write that out so you don't get confused with your negatives. Minus 10. No, right.
No, because we were in the middle of it and we just started that thing.
No. This one, I want to, are you not trying? Because it's 12 divided by 1,000.
Yeah, because I
Okay. Go.
because I just want the numbers. I already was assuming everything that I was not behind whatever it was.
Okay, I just need to tell you.
This is so much.
Number one, yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't understand it.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Yeah, I know.
By the way, I got you that calendar.
I know. Wrote them each out. Have your answers already. This would be minus 9 divided by minus 4. What's that one, right? 9 fourths. So, if our theory is correct, this is even number, so it's got to go either up or down, right? And then I think you multiply all this, so it'd be negative 4 times 5 is negative 20. Well, you have the negative, positive, makes it negative, negative. But I think it's negative. That's my guess. I think it goes down. Let's do that. I think they said to maybe it was, although I think it, but I still think it'd be negative. Right? Oh. Should we use the hint if you want to do a forward? But we need to know how to do it. That's not a hint. Please say we actually know how to do it. I think it's down. Let's
Actually, it's 3 because this one should be the same size. That'll be unique. Oh. This one also the same as that one. That's 1 and this one. Okay. That's tricky.
Why? Yeah, that makes sense.
Will you go to a hint, please? You already didn't get it. Here's a hint. Hint 1
Why
on
does
1.
that make sense?
Oh.
That's dumb.
How are you? I don't know. I don't know how you're doing that part.
I've been using good guesses, but that one's ridiculous. It literally, it does that, but it just changed.
Well, how do you know that though?
Well, I didn't even cover that in step by step.
Okay. Already 3 out of this. This is going to be 3 out of the 6 I know, yeah. So somehow we were ahead.
I thought it was
We worked ahead.
1 out of the 6.
No, because you already did identifying key characteristics and identifying zeros, and this is using zeros to sketch graphs with polynomial functions, which is number 27. You do 28, 29, and 30. We somehow worked ahead, which is crazy.
Because it doesn't stop you when you go in.
No, I
It
know.
gives you more and more problems. It doesn't even say they aren't different.
I never saw this before. I didn't have this breakout before. Maybe you did.
I did, but I knew when I was supposed to stop, but I never looked up there to see that I stopped. I did this to it.
I don't know.
I don't even need this, but can I just do one of the rows?
You obviously do because you don't actually know it. That's maybe one of the one. Plus 7. Minus 7. Look at that. Stop. Okay. And behave. What do you think? It's not going to just be up or down, but I don't know which way it is.
If it's, I guess negative, yeah.
Do you want the flower lunchbox or the polka dot lunchbox?
Why? Why is it not that?
I don't know.
What is it?
through it because I'm supposed to initial it, then I went through it. It's all right there.
Oh, it's for the next question for this.
You get that one?
I don't
know
need,
how
I
to
just
do
need
that
to do
either.
the circle.
Yeah, but you're just guessing. That's not always true though, because that other one wasn't that way. And I have no
It's
idea
not
why.
gonna do this.
That's fine, okay, I can't help you if we don't know how to do it. That's all I'm saying. You're just gonna blind guess on those.
Yeah.
That one.
You already did that circle.
Listen up.
I did. I'll have to read it. You did. I need to just give the NBA pro.
You wanna take that cake out, babe?
Sure.
There should be another cupcake in there for you, I think. You're looking for a sweet treat.
No, I'm just looking at what I'll bring in a gift order for lunch tomorrow.
Oh, there's that hummus in there. That's what Evan had. I don't know if she likes that or not.
Hummus and their celery, right?
And carrots. And a little bit of pita. That's what Evan had. And there's lots of crackers and.
We're doing 50-50 chance so we get it right. And I've got that wrong every single time.
What? Which part?
So, guess the ending book to.
Well, go back to that unit overview really quick. I don't think that's going to hurt you. Identifying zeros, identifying keywords. Maybe that.
Okay. When you finish your homework.
Is that one it told us how to do it?
Cake. Ellie's birthday cake or a cupcake. Okay.
Okay, let's do it. I think you should ask for a hint when you get to that point.
We did the step-by-step problem. I can't do another one.
What's that one? What's that connect to?
Oh.
Oh, wait.
This is terrible. Why?
Wait. Stop going so fast.
I.
It probably tells you what you're supposed to be doing. Oh, Elliot. Blah, blah, blah. Determine the degree of the function. The cubic will have 3 zeros. Each factor is a zero and solve to find the zeros. Okay. Zeros are 1, -2, 0. Obvious 3 points in the graph. Okay. Next, determine the end behavior. Choose an x value that is smaller than the lowest x value of the zeros and substitute into the function. Take the smallest x value is -2. So you could choose -2 as a test value. X equals -3. Oh, and like fill out the entire thing. Okay. F of x of -3, 72. So if it's positive, to the left of the 0, when x is -3, y is positive. So y is positive when x is a negative infinity. Do you get what they're doing? So the lowest number is -2. The lowest number is -2. So they just pick a number less than that. So basically, as x goes to infinity in the negative direction, so they pick -3. Okay? You gotta keep on looking up. Pick -3, and they substitute it back in the entire function. And solve it. Yep. We just substitute -3 in where all the x's are. And they solved it, and it turned out it's a positive number. So as x goes in the negative direction, what's wrong? The function is still
I literally said no.
And so, okay, but that makes sense, okay, so that's how you get this. Right? So it goes up and down if it's an odd number. And like the first is, does that make sense? So as you go in infinity and x direction, y gets bigger and bigger. Do you understand how they got that? By substituting in a number that was like further this way than this number. You can't put that number in because it's so that's how you figure out this part. Right? So if x is a positive number to the left of the 0, y is positive and x is approaching negative infinity. And so the end behavior looks like this. Zooming out. Choose the test point on the other side. See what happens. It shows negative 1, it's going to be negative 12, so that's how you know that one's going to go down. What? Now I'm confused. Oh, yes, exactly. But wait, what was the next one? It was 0, so they just picked negative 1. So how did that one scoop up like this? Turn it? Let's just get this done. Shut up.
Yeah, you can have it better, but you can't turn it on.
I don't understand.
Okay, we got the problem.
Okay, I don't understand. Okay.
I think we just have to get it one, get it good. Okay, we just have to get
Okay, write those out. Just do this right one time.
I did it right last time, look.
No, I mean, we're going to figure it out correctly, like figuring out what directions it is instead of you blindly guessing. At least one time.
Alright, it's so much.
Not that much, tell you.
It's so much work. We didn't even go any of this stuff. Completely.
I don't know. What he assigned you. Go, keep going. Solve them. Just write it out, because then you won't make a mistake. No, it's not.
So what does it make you do?
Distribute this and write it out. Just do it. Write it out.
It's negative 1 divided by, it's 1 divided by, 1
but refuse to write it out. Yeah, it is, but, I mean, geez. Okay, what's the next one?
It's
Seven plus. What, put that in my head,
Water? Alright, I'll fill it just a second.
and then south that full real quick.
Uh-oh.
also
You just solve it, you're plugging in, because you're plugging in everything. What you're setting it equal to is your function of what, negative, what we're saying, negative 4. Okay. So what I would do, I substitute in first, and then, you know what I mean? I just take it all out. That was me. I mean, it doesn't really matter in the end anyway. We don't even have to go through all the multiplication. Because as far as I can see, we're going to end up with a negative number. Is that what you came up with? What? Where's your math? Are you doing it all in your head? How did you get even negative 21? My God, Elliot.
It's so much.
I don't know why.
It's so hard for me. I don't. My brain is won't process it. Like all of 8th grade algebra, it just
negative 5 and you multiply it times negative 4, what do you get? Negative or positive? Okay, so,
And then plus 1.
and it's not plus 1. Okay.
Oh, I need the negatives.
So I think it's easier to leave this negative out here. And I just did everything in parentheses. Do you know what I mean? Because in the end, these are all positive and you have a negative right here, it's a negative. And that's really the only thing you need to know.
Okay.
Right?
So
Because
we're just going up right now.
so that means no, as x gets more negative, oh yeah, y gets no. Y is going to also go more negative. It's going to be down because you should negative number. Jesus. I can't believe you got this far and it's wrong. Oh.
So we have to do this.
I don't know. All I know is this goes like that.
Okay. So dumb.
So it's
Where
not
does
that
it go?
So why don't we substitute in a
What?
2? Yeah.
How are you going to do it? See, it's different than what that said. Multiply all
Is the
x times.
exponent of the product an even or odd number? Is the coefficient of the product positive or negative? So you have minus 5x times minus 3 times minus 3 times minus 4. What does that give you? That's minus 5x times minus 3x. So, plus a negative at the end. Okay.
Wait, that's not next.
Negative.
That's not next.
But it's going to factor in.
Cool.
Keep going. Minus 180 x to the 4. X is an even number, and the graph going in the same direction. Oops. I don't know why do we think it was going to be in the other direction. Wait,
So if there's
wait, what are we looking at here? I missed an entire term while I didn't copy that down right. Because these are the same. And I was looking here. These are the same. Yeah,
how is it that?
that makes sense.
Why? But it's a 3-fold in.
One time have a little bit of room.
How does it work? And this?
Why can't I go? Well, that other one came up and then it just dipped down. It could be like that. Well, let's keep going.
That's so.
Make you do it all triangle anyway. Select the general shape. Hey,
No,
wait.
that would have been my last one.
Can we please look at the hint for this piece? Because
I already got
I
the circle.
don't know how to do it, neither do you.
Oh,
And you've just been guessing. Yes, you do. Hit this. It's not that hard
Done for
even.
today, Mom.
What is the shape of the graph between -3 and 0.2? Okay, we don't know. Next. Depending on how many unique roots there are, a quartic can look like one of the following. Which image best matches the current graph for the interval -3 to 0.2? I have no idea. Keep going. Graph for this interval opens up. That's not a hint, or even telling you how they do it. It just told you the answer. Okay, so let's actually do this correctly and think about what you're doing.
That's what we were doing.
Okay. Unique. Are any of those the same? Wait, you gotta kind of figure them out. Sometimes they're tricky. Maybe this one and this one. So let's look. So if that is going to be -8 divided by -1 is going to be 8. And this is going to be, yeah, they're actually identical. Oh no! Okay. It's the x-intercepts. Okay, write them minus 1 equals 0. What does x equal? Yes. That's 8 divided by minus 1. 8, it's 8. God.
Hold on.
Great. Steve, you can do this one? I don't think it needs to be to scale. It just needs to be negative. You know that it's negative, right? Okay. What is it actually? Right. So negative.
Yeah, right.
Okay. All right. Let's do this correctly. I'm going to write this one down correctly. So instead of, let's just do negative 1. That should make it easier. You do the same.
We just have to guess which if it's gonna open stupid or not. They never told us how to figure it out.
They did. It said to substitute in and solve it for a more negative number, remember? So do that. I'm doing negative 1.
No, it told us to multiply into the x.
The exponents on the x's. Okay, do it then.
Which one?
If your way works, you just multiply it. So you have minus x times minus 5x is what? Positive.
X.
And then times a positive is a positive times a negative is a negative, but then what about that negative? Okay, so you think it's positive.
Yeah.
So what does it look like? Remembering about this. No, not that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't even know why I asked this question. Oh yeah, because you can add 3 dots. But
so 4, so
how
1, 2,
4, meaning it's an even number, so the ends both are going to go the same direction.
I think we go up.
It seems like that to me. If you did nothing right.
I'm not doing the circle.
What? I'm doing the circle.
It's not. It didn't finish the circle. Also, how is another one blue?
Because you went backwards on that still.
That's stupid.
Close it.
I hate this.
Let's finish up. Let's just get it done.
I've been trying to.
I know, but let's try harder. Scroll down. What is the general shape? 0.8x. See, I do not understand how to do this part. I think it goes...
There's no way to know how to do this.
There's definitely a way to know.
On the hint, it didn't even say how to do it.
No, it didn't. Negative 0.8 is less than x is less than 1. Select the general shape. Just go with the thing. I do not understand. No. This one.
How does that make any sense? Why couldn't it have done this?
just gonna, it's not gonna do that.
It did that on the stupid one. It went like this.
Oh, I wonder if it has to do with, I don't know how you figure that out, like where it's gonna peak out and come back down. You know?
The circles are the worst. I wish they just had it.
Okay, just take your time.
4.
Okay, wait.
Oh, yeah, I can't get these wrong.
No, it's 2. These 2 are also identical.
Okay, this is green. All we need to do is the other one.
Okay, let's see if you can figure it out.
Okay. Portal clearly less confusing.
Not for me.
I'm giving it the Portal 5.
Let's just keep going. You're so close to being done with this one. I feel like you could believe in your head.
I can't.
Minus 4 divided by minus 1. Just think it to yourself and think about the answer.
Dumb. 9 divided by 3. So this. Just leave it the same.
Because how many X's do you actually have, regardless of which ones are unique or not?
I'll go 4. And it's going to be just going to end up with the same.
Okay. And if you 3 times 3 is positive, negative, negative, negative is positive. Let's see if I can get people. What? Why?
So dumb. Circles go everywhere.
Oh. Let me get bigger. Now, here's the question. Is it going to be a little scooper? It can't be up. Probably couldn't be.
How do you do that?
They could draw that.
It's literally a line.
Okay, one more chance.
They should give us just like really points.
No way.
Like we've done so many of these.
negative, y also gets more negative. As you go this way.
I literally had it. I had it, Mama.
That doesn't make sense with what they've said to do.
No, I know this one is negative. That's the negative one. I had it, and then you told me did not do it.
No, they were saying in that one, they said as x goes this way, y is going positive, and that means it's going to go up, which would be this picture, and that's not the case. One more.
Already done.
See, there's some duplicate there. One, two, three. What about it? Even. That's what I see, but I don't understand.
That makes sense. Those programs, it's just one after the other.
Don't push back.
They ran out of numbers.
Four.
So the 30-degree function for that is 080, and then it's constant. That's what I'm saying. The suits are the dumbest system that could have ever thought.
Okay, well. Positive x minus 5. Yeah, greater. Right.
This was
That was this one.
so it is positive, negative, just negative,
2 left, and I think you have to get them for the test. But now, pretty good handle on how to do those.
I don't ever have to, I'm never going to do it.
Probably not, but these are the practice questions, which is what you would be doing, right? So the function is even, odd, or neither. So
No, that's different. I didn't have to do that. It's like, so the problems are very much just like part of this.
they don't even look like those. You must have worked hard at these problems.
I don't know where this is from. What if it like reverse image to that? Just don't care.
Okay, so you have to get through a couple more, and I think that's about it.
This isn't what they're called. This isn't what they're called.
No, we need to start this movie because it's 2 hours plus. And I don't have to put that.
I switched it. My typing computer things are all messed up because you see how on the controller WASD the forward slash is side and you type it here when you think of one key over, so I keep trying to type the figures right here and all of the keys are or I try to play and I just don't know it correctly. So so I've got this kind of happening on us with this spelling thing. Yeah, that's when you have no little fonts. I have to get that is
Good. Good. What are you doing? You were sleeping? Did you get your homework done? What is that? You have to have your light to do your homework. I'm leaving the door open. Yeah, it's staying open until your homework's done. Because I said so.
All right.
Get it done, bring it up here, and then I'll
It's actually
shut your door.
I've got stairs, so you go up really quickly. If you go up things like that, it's way slower. So then I have inside our house, and I put this house especially to shaded because I really like. So I put water and then I put the house. So you can't let the water flow up and but like the glass makes it really smooth, and then the water makes it so it's sort of reflective. And it's cooler at night too, because you can see the orchard really well.
You showed me your house. Your dad's a truth.
I do also have a farm though.
Here, did you want this birthday cake? A little sliver. You want cake? Cake. Honey, you want to take it out of the box?
No.
Obviously not. the steering wheel thing? Yeah.
Well, it's not inside the car, so yeah.
No, but have you? If you take it with you and you don't want it stolen, go, Junior. You'll be okay.
No, I just didn't want to be late this morning, feeling my steering wheel.
Really wasn't that cold.
Yeah, that wasn't like a huge priority.
What's this? Is that your phone on it? No. Does it have marshmallows in it? Doesn't have marshmallows in it. So I guess it's not yours, is what you're saying.
Yeah. It's not mine.
I've never put marshmallows in popcorn on it.
Yeah, we were better than
Yeah.
That's
So gross. Well, what about marshmallows? But I don't really like marshmallows. No, the fruity marshmallows. Huh? Not making more delicious sounding to me.
I don't know.
I said marshmallows, sweet and salty.
I'm not really that big of slices. I like one, like a fourth the size of that, and zero to there, and it's just so good.
I didn't choose my spice. Reason, Mom.
Take it with me.
Yeah, really do.